Good morning, everyone. It's the morning of the Manchester Marathon. Arrived down yesterday, had a good night's sleep in the hotel. Logan didn't actually wake up too much, which was good. I've had my breakfast and I'm just off to meet my mum and Simon, aka the Big Pig, in a minute, and we're all going to head to the start together. It's their first marathon, so it'll be interesting to see how they get on, and they really have no idea what is sort of waiting for them, so that's going to be good. Me personally, coming into this, I've had the best training block, training for a marathon, probably with the exception of the last month. But training wise, I've been running as fast as I ever have, feeling as good as I ever have, and we sort of ran below 1:30 for a half marathon about 5 weeks ago, so that's sort of a barrier I never thought I could break. So I have got a lot of confidence going into it, with the exception of the last month. I had a bit of a dodgy back, still feels a little bit off this morning, but put a bit deep heat on that. Hopefully it should be right, shouldn't cause me to bother. It's also been a month today since I lost my granddad, so my head's been a bit messed up, sort of running wise the last month, but I want to use that as a positive today. So we'll run for my granddad today and for baby Logie, so we'll go out and run a good time for both of them. Strategy today is to hit 4:45 average pace on the way round, which will get me round in about 3 hours 20. That'll be sort of the ideal race. If it goes really perfect, maybe we could dip under 3:20, do about 3:19, which will match my dad's PB, which would be amazing. But worst case, if I can get around in 3:25 and under, I think it'll be a good achievement. So that'll be a big chunk off my personal best of 3:32. Strategy, obviously, first 10k we're going to go out hard but controlled, and then sort of maintain a good sort of solid pace through to halfway mark. So halfway, I want to be at halfway, sub 140, ideally somewhere around 138. Then if we hit that, just really maintain it through to 20. And then the last 10k, last 6 miles, I want to be in a position where I can sort of race that. Normally I'll just get through the last 10k. So that's the big aim today, really being able to push through it. And especially the last 3 miles, really sort of go all out, get a fast time. Hopefully I should have some footage of me running. There's a lot of people watching today, so fingers crossed I can get some footage. But yeah, generally on reflection, it's been a good training block. Feeling a good mood this morning, good mindset, so all there is left to go and do it. So I'll see you on the other side.
What are you going to? 310? 310. We've got for 310 for 2 years. Oh, yeah. So we'll get there, mate. Alright, thanks very much. Have a good run.
Good morning, everyone. It's now Tuesday, so a few days after the Manchester Marathon. So I'm back home now, had a bit of time to reflect on it. The race itself, it really was, with the exception of having to have one toilet break on the way round, it was near enough perfect. It was a perfect race. I'm sort of over the moon with how it went. Got round in 3 hours 18 and 57 seconds. That was the official time on the Manchester Marathon clock, so that's the medal. So yeah, I'm over the moon with that. It's a fantastic PB. If you'd asked me a few years ago if you thought I could go sub 320, no chance. But yeah, we went into that thinking there's a potential for a low 320, but to go sub 320 was amazing. So 3 hours 18 and 57 seconds. Beat my old man's time in 3 hours 19, which again is a time I never thought I'd get near. So absolutely over the moon with that time. 4:39 average kilometre pace as well all the way round. I was sort of thinking at best I could only really maintain about 4:45 average pace, so 6 seconds above that as well. So yeah, fantastic. We're sort of looking at the data as well. The pace stayed constant throughout the whole race. Even when there was times where I thought I was feeling the pace was actually pretty much constant all the way round. Even with a few of the hills, it sort of didn't really sort of knock the pace. So yeah, just fantastic running really. Never thought I could do that. So yeah, wow, really impressed with myself. But then it just sort of now opens up the door, sort of that holy grail of sub 3. Maybe one day we'll keep trying. But yeah, the race recap then. So the first 10 kilometres sort of went out at a good steady pace, still a good good, strong, fast pace. I was happy with that. Annoyingly, even though I'd gone to the toilet God knows how many times before the start, I just really was busting for a toilet break. So at 10 kilometres, I just had to sort of stop. So I lost about 20-30 seconds potentially there, but needed to do it. But yeah, the first 10k running wise was really strong, really fast, probably a little bit too fast, but it starts off downhill. And the bit through Manchester Town Centre, there's a great atmosphere, and I think it just, you end up running a bit too fast anyway. I went round Old Trafford, and that's when I took my first gel. I took my first gel about a kilometre earlier than I was thinking, but I took it because although I was feeling good, I just wanted to keep everything sort of topped up before sort of felt the pace or anything. Then going down sort of the main road from 12, you've got a long stretch down the sort of main sort of motorway way, if you like, from about 8 to 12 miles. About 11 and a half, sort of, my legs were sort of feeling the pace a little bit, but it's weird. And I saw a reflection of myself running in a few buildings, and I still looked like I was running really comfortable and really strong. So that was good. Then turned left onto about 13 miles, about halfway through. And so I don't know what it was, I hit 13 miles and just thought, I've only got 13 miles to go, that's nothing. For some reason that didn't seem like a long way on the day. So really just sort of from 13 to 18, all the way through sort of Altrincham and all that sort of way, just felt like I was cruising. I was running a really strong pace, felt really good. I think that's probably one of my favourite bits of the actual race through Altrincham. I think the atmosphere is great around there, and you've got a few sort of like really tight sort of areas of road. I don't know, I think it just creates a really good atmosphere. So you're up to 18, felt really good. Got to 20 and still felt pretty strong really. It's when I got to maybe probably about 21 miles, I did feel tired. Sort of my legs were sort of feeling the pace. And then sort of coming up to about 22, I did feel a bit lightheaded. I've never had that before. But luckily there was a water station not too long after that. So took some water on, threw a load of water on my face and down the back and neck, and that sort of seemed to sort me out. And although I sort of thought I was struggling around there, they were some of my slowest kilometres, but the pace didn't drop as much as I thought when I was looking back at the data, which was good. But then I got to coming up to about 23 miles, I know I was sort of on potentially to go under sub 320. So sort of started opening up the pace and really pushed that last 3 miles. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to race sort of the last sort of 10 kilometres. Really wanted to race the last 10 kilometres, and I was able to sort of probably race from the last 23, really push the pace. Got to about 24 miles, and that's when I knew where my friends and family were going to be waiting for me. So I got to see my wife Emma and my son Logan there. So that sort of really, I think that just spurred me on even more. And that also sort of brings a bit of a tear to your eye when you see them. I don't know why, especially at that point of the race, but that proper stirred me on. And I went past them, about a few hundred metres down the road, I saw a friend Rich as well. So that just sort of spurred me on as well. And I think just from then on, I just sort of felt I was really just bombing it, just really going for it. And when I got to 25, I knew there wasn't that much longer to go. I knew I could see the left-hand turn in the distance. I knew when sort of I turned left, that was the finishing straight. So I was pushing strong there. Luckily, there was another lady next to me that was sort of really going for it at the end as well. So I was sort of mirroring in her stride. So that sort of really helped. And the minute I got to, said 500 metres left, I know I was on the time. I know I was on for a good time. But I know I was touch and go whether I could get under 3:19. So all I had in my head for the last 500 metres is I've got to beat my old man. I've got to beat my old man. And proper went for it and dipped just under 3:19. So sort of well happy with that. Really happy with the run. Just a fantastic run. So couldn't be more happy with that. Yeah, fueling on the way. I was just sort of having water pretty much most stations, little and often. I took my gels. Well, first gel. So I used I'm using the Cis one. So I took an orange one at about 11.5. Then I took a sort of caffeine one. I used a berry one at 22, and I used a Coke one, Coke flavoured sort of caffeine one at around about 20 miles, but I haven't got any of them left. But yeah, that seemed to fuel me well. The fueling sort of seemed to go really well on there. Just want to say well done as well, because my mum completed her first marathon. I believe she's 61. Completed her first marathon in 4:54. So that's absolutely amazing running, sort of sub 5, fantastic. Shout out to the Big Pig, or Simon, completed his first marathon as well. Great running from him as well, 4:44. So great efforts from them both, sort of. They were a lot quicker than I think any of us really maybe anticipated, so great running from them. Obviously legs still feel a bit sore today. But I did try going out. I did yesterday, day after run, I did go out and do sort of an easy sort of 2.5 mile run, see if it would loosen off the legs a little bit. It did loosen them off, but there's still a bit of soreness in there. So all I'm going to do is sort of take it easy this week and rest up, have a bit of naughty food and whatever. But yeah, so I need to really sort of start resting, because next week sort of preparation for a 100-mile run I'm doing sort of down Dover, sort of local to me, starts. So rest and recovery is really important this week, and then we start again for the 100-mile race. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy the buzz at the moment, and sort of really over the moon with how the Manchester Marathon's gone. Training and everything's gone really well. So yeah, really happy, really happy. So I think it's just what I've learned from this is, a few years ago I felt like I'd reached a peak with my running. I sort of got to about 3:32 in the marathon and just couldn't sort of seem to beat PBs or sort of half marathons, 10Ks. I just wasn't getting anywhere. But I think it just tells you, just stick at it, carry on working hard, keep believing in yourself. And I think every time you keep showing up and doing these runs, you are making gains, you are making improvements, and it will eventually pay dividends. So just keep running, keep training hard, and you'll reach your goal. So keep running, guys.